Purim is coming up, destruction of Nicanor or Nicanor. I always say it wrong. I always say Nicanor, but I'm pretty sure it's Nicanor. They do gifts, right? I take this particular one seed. I'm sure if you Hanukkah, Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, and then the new moon right there. So
how long must the so-called black man suffer? Hate from the nations and hate from his brother. Another brother dead is another soul gone. I'm praying for the Lord to take us up and take us home.
Now all these bitches wanna try and be my bestie, but I take a left and leave them hanging like a testy. Trash talk to them and I put them in a hefty. Running down that court, I'm joking on them, Lisa Leslie. It's going down, basement, Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing Jason? Took yourself in, you better hold on to your daddy. It's Nightmare on Elm Street and guess who's playing Freddy? Chef cooking for me, they say my shoe game crazy. The mental asylum looking for me. You a rookie to me. I'm in that wham bam, purple lamb, damn bitch, you been a fan.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I decided to pick up the camera today. I felt the need to just share this because I'm sure, excuse that in the background, my husband built a bed for me. Yay! He still needs to paint some other sides, whatever, but he built it from scratch, okay, from scratch. We normally buy this stain that's like a non-toxic stain, but he didn't use it this time, so it's like off-gassing, like the smell. So we're trying to stay out of the room for the next few days, hence why we have you probably can't see it, but there's like a fan in the window, and because I had to move the blinds, I don't want nobody seeing in my house, I put a towel over there. It's ghetto, but it's fine. I felt like I had to share because I'm sure someone else can relate to this. And might I say, the hair is hairing today, honey. I don't know if you guys, I've mentioned this in my vlogs before, but I've been working from home for over 10 years now, which is like customer service. Most of my experience is in like technical support. So I'm the person you call when your phone, computer, printer, all the whatnots are not working, like your technical devices, iPads, phones, whatever. I'm the person, right now I'm not doing technical support, but I was the person that you would call to get those things fixed. Very good at it. I have built a career around it. But this year I decided to freelance, which just basically means instead of working for an employer and, you know, getting a W-2 form every year, I've decided to receive a 1099 and work as an independent contractor for other companies. So I am not an employee. I'm just independent, and I come in, I work for you, and I go about my business, right? So that's what I'm trying to transition to this year. I did it a little bit last year and I loved it, so I'm continuing to do it. But I'm still doing like customer service, technical support, that type of thing. And a part of me is just like, let me explain it this way. So with customer service and technical support, because if you think about it, everything involves customer service. No matter what job you have, for the most part, you're dealing with people, products, and things like that. So you have to have some sort of like customer service background or be nice to people, right? I'm not very nice at being nice to people. Not that I'm a mean person, but I'm a no BS type person. Like, and I don't have a problem with telling you that you're full of crap. Like I'm just not. So, but I've made a pretty successful career with faking the funk and not calling people out on their bullshit when it comes to my job. But as I work with people on a daily basis, even over the phone, I just am constantly getting this sense of like, I'm too old for this shit. And I know that sounds, it can sound a little bit entitled and like, look, chick, people gotta work. People gotta make money. People gotta do what they gotta do to, you know, make ends meet and live their lives and be able to pay mortgages and rent and things like that. And I completely understand that. And yeah, I agree with that. Like, you got to have a job in order to pay your bills, in order to support your family and all that stuff, right? But I feel like when you're talking to people all day long, or going to a job where you're having to deal with people and they have a sense of entitlement and they feel like they can treat you any old way because of whatever it is, because they feel like you're less than them because you work in a service where you're providing help for them, or they can detect in your voice that you're Black, or if you're working face to face with someone, they can see that you're different from them. And with being in the truth, it just, like, I find myself quite often, a lot more often than years ago when I was doing this work, being like, look, you don't want these problems, honey. You can't catch these hands, but you can catch this mouth. So sometimes I do get the feeling, I feel like I'm off track, but I do get the feeling like I'm too old for this shit. Like, I'm too old to be talking to people, trying to calm them down or whatever. I don't want to do this. But I realize that, you know, a job is a job. Sometimes it's just hard for me to, because I work from home and I've been doing it for so long, to separate work from home. So sometimes you get off a call and that energy, you still got that negative energy like in you, and then you're home. So it's just like it transfers, if that makes sense. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So the project that I'm working on, it's a temporary position, let's just say that. And I cannot wait to get off of it and move on to another project. But in the meantime, I'm going to look for some more freelance and side hustles and all of that stuff, because sometimes I just feel like this is just not, I can't. Like, I've been talking to people on the phone for over 10 years, and I'm at a point now where I'm just like, if I have to deal with your crap one more again, like, but we're thankful because the Most High has provided me with a job, because there have been times where the job just was not there, or it wasn't the ideal situation. And even though this is not my ideal situation, there is a job that I really, really want, and I'm using this particular freelance position to get that particular freelance position with no guarantee that it'll work out. But, you know, right now I'm just living life and trying to do the best that I can, and if that doesn't work out, then it just wasn't meant for me. But I just felt like I had to vent, because I know somebody out there feels the same way that I do when you're dealing with ignorant ass people. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But hey, how are you guys? After I just gave you a whole spiel, a negative type situation, let's switch it to the positive. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing amazing. I'm gonna go back to work because I have to go back to work in 15 minutes, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Right, you gotta go downstairs, and I gotta hurry up and go back to work, and I'm trying to film something. Go downstairs and pee. Alright, in the bathroom now. I'm not done with work, but I only have 2 shifts left. Sorry. And they're just 15-minute shifts because I had to break my day up. I just could not. And I think the weather is not helping my mood. The weather for, like, I want to say like the past month, it's just been really rainy and cloudy. So that's just not helping today. That's fine. I have the 2 shifts left. I might go torture myself a little bit later on today, just because I need to, yeah, I have like a, I don't want to say a quota, but basically a certain amount of hours that I have to work per week that's just required, and then I can add more hours to it if I want. So I might work in like 15 or 30-minute increments later on today, just kind of hop on randomly throughout the day. But that's besides the point. That's not why I turned the camera on again. I feel like today is just going to be like, it's going to be a very chatty vlog, but that's fine. One, I wanted to kind of give you guys a health update. So I did go and get, I told you guys last video I was having issues with my stomach, and I went ahead and got an allergy test because I just wanted to make sure, one, I'm just trying to work on my health, put good foods into my body and things like that. But just with all the issues that I had going on with my stomach, I wanted to see if I had any food allergies. So I went and got some allergy testing done. I went and did a consultation, and they made another appointment for me to go back and do the allergy test. So I'll go ahead and insert the footage of my consultation right now. All right, walking in to this place. They probably gonna tell me I can't film in there, but we'll see. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You have an appointment?
I am. Do I need to sign here?
Yes. What's the last name?
Here. All right, so you're here because of abdominal discomfort?
Yeah, pretty much.
How long have you been having it?
My entire life.
Your entire life, okay. Does anything in particular that you eat make it worse that you notice?
I made a list of the things that I'm pretty sure that I'm allergic to, but dairy definitely.
Dairy, all right, okay.
I suspect wheat because when I have it, I get really bloated.
Okay.
And then I notice, I don't think I have like any nut allergies or anything like that, but I would like to be tested for like a gluten allergy.
Sure, all right.
And then I noticed like stone fruits, they make my throat itch and like the inside of my mouth, like almost like my lips are swelling up a little bit.
Okay.
And then cherries are like a no-go for me.
Okay, all right.
Like I definitely feel like my throat is closing up.
Okay. Now, how are you with eating canned fruits, if they've been canned? Do those bother you or processed like in the fruit cup? You eat those at all?
Yeah, I don't really eat those, so I
Okay.
wouldn't know.
Okay.
I mean, maybe pineapples, but yeah, but not really.
Oh, so you haven't tried the process. Okay, all right. Do any foods make you vomit, or is it just kind of like a nagging discomfort?
No, not that I
All
can
right, so it
think
doesn't
of.
get that severe. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I have too much dairy, I get really mucusy, and then
Okay.
it kind of makes me feel like I want to throw up a
Potentially,
little
okay,
bit,
just from the
but
drainage, maybe.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And nothing causes diarrhea though, in particular. Okay.
not really. Not that I can think
Well,
of.
we can do a general food panel. It'll have all food groups on it. We can do it in one visit.
Okay.
It'll have the nuts on it, the fruits and vegetables,
Okay.
and just do a spectrum of see what you do react to.
So basically, I did that. I went and got my consultation, and we scheduled the allergy test. Went and got my allergy test, and nothing. Like, literally, I had no reaction to anything, which is crazy to me because the two foods that I eat that my body will respond very badly to is dairy and wheat. Whenever I have dairy and wheat, I immediately get bloated. My stomach hurts. It's just not a good situation. So I was fully expecting to have some kind of like wheat, gluten intolerance, dairy intolerance, and none of that came back. Now I realize allergy testing is not that it's not accurate unless you have like severe allergies. It's truly not accurate. What I think I have is maybe like a sensitivity or intolerance. So I've been keeping my diet pretty clean. I'm not keto or anything like that, but I do tend to stick to like a low carb diet, a low carb, high fat diet, just because I find that that is the way when I eat that I feel the best. It helps with my mental health issues whenever I have a lot of fat in my diet and I'm just eating clean foods and things like that. So that's kind of how I've been eating. But I wanted to show you guys the vitamins that I've been taking because I feel like that's been helping a lot. The only issue that I'm really experiencing now is sleep issues. I feel like if you cure your issues with whatever's going on with your body, so I have gut issues, that's very clear. So I feel like if you cure your gut issues, you can cure your brain issues, which is definitely a connection. And if you can cure all of those stuff by eating the right foods, then your sleep should follow suit. But my sleep has just not followed suit, which is crazy to me. So I'm still trying to work on that, but I realize that I have to get my gut in check first. It's definitely better than it was before, but I still have a long ways to go, I feel like. But I want to show you guys the vitamins, so give me a second. All right, so the first thing that I take this every morning, which is a probiotic. I take this particular one, Seed. I'm sure if you watch YouTube, you've seen it all over the internet pretty much, but I've been taking this for, I want to say like a week and a half now, and this joint works. So it's a prebiotic and a probiotic mixed in one, and since I've been taking this, the stomach, child, it's like, yes, me like this. I'm gonna take this every morning or afternoon on an empty stomach, and then I take vitamin D3 and vitamin C. I just do 1 vitamin C, but I do like 2 to 4 vitamin D just because I don't get outside much, which is something that I'm trying to change. And vitamin C is just overall good for you. So I take more than the recommended dose. I take about 4. And then I do nutritional yeast for like my B vitamins. I really like this one because it's literally just like nutritional yeast. It tastes like, well, it smells like cheese, honestly. So it's like a good vitamin B complex. It's like real nutritional yeast. So I really like this. So I've been taking that. I take ashwagandha and GABA for sleep. This joint be working when it want to. So I don't know. The jury's still out. I know ashwagandha works, but I don't know. My sleep has just been. And then I take zinc. I don't remember why I take zinc, but I know it's good for me. But I take it. And then this is the stuff that I talked about in my last video, which is the gallbladder formula. Come on, focus. The gallbladder formula. This has been helping a lot. Like when I was really not doing well. Come on, girl. Come on. When I was really not doing well, this helped a lot. As I said before, this helps clear the sludge out of your bile ducts. What? I think my camera, is my camera dirty? Is that what it is? That's better, sorry. It clears out the bile, the sludge that's in your bile ducts, which kind of helps with your pancreas, your gallbladder, your liver, your kidney, all that jazz, all the stuff that's all right here, right here, right here. That's kind of what it helps with. So I needed that, and maybe like a week after I started taking this, it was like a difference. So basically what I do is every time I eat a meal that has like high fat content, I take one of these, and that's been helping. So I wanted to share that with you guys because if you're having stomach issues like me, like that has been my holy grail. I'm gonna just be honest on here because I feel like if I'm gonna have a YouTube channel, then I just need to talk about these things because I'm not the only one going through them. I'm not the only one experiencing struggles and things like that. And we can be real with each other about that. Look, I'm an open book to a certain extent, so I'm gonna just talk about it. Y'all, I was 353 pounds. It's not funny at all, but I was 353 pounds, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna lose weight, but I'm not going to put a bunch of pressure on myself to do it, because I know if I put pressure on myself, then it's gonna be too much pressure, then I'm gonna crash and I'm gonna burn or whatever. This is just how my brain works. And then I got into this cycle of, literally I felt like I was in this cycle, like literally the circle of, okay, I want to feel better. I'm going to do all the things I need to do to feel better. And then I would feel like crap a few days later. And then after I felt like crap, I would go into a depression. And I would go into depression and I would eat a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't eat. Mainly dairy, sugar, wheat. And the crazy thing about it is like the past year, that's how I've been eating, but I never eat like that. Like that's not my typical diet. Pretty much my entire life, I didn't mess with sweets like that. I was raised, my mom really cooked pretty healthy. I've always fed my kids healthy food. I've always eaten healthy food. Now we were doing like a lot of rice and stuff like that, but I had cut that out, and my plate consists of usually meat and 2 vegetables. That's for the most part what we eat. But then the past year, I had just been cooking all kinds of crap. If you watch my videos over the past year, you see that when I cook, I just was cooking a whole bunch of stuff that just not not that they're bad foods, because I don't think that anything is necessarily a bad food. And I don't think that, I think your diet is tailored to what works for you, right? Putting aside the obvious things, kosher, vegan, not eating pork, not eating shellfish, the things that we can't eat as Israelites. But I think that within those parameters, there's a specific diet that works for you. And for me, I know those foods don't really work for me. But I just felt like I was in this cycle. I would eat those foods and then I would get more depressed and then I would start back over. I want to feel better again. So I want to feel better and back and back and back. And I felt like I was in this vicious cycle that I couldn't break. And you know what broke it? Me getting sick. And I felt like me getting sick was the Most High's way of saying no. That's pretty much a health update. I'm trying to take better care of myself. These are the supplements and things that I'm doing. I was extremely overweight. I am still extremely overweight. Let's not be coy about it or whatever. Your girl's fat. I don't have a problem with saying I'm fat. I'm fat. It is what it is. If you're fat and you're trying to do something about it and you're trying to be healthy, that's cool. Like, I'm all cool with that. I'm trying to do something about it. I'm eating healthy. I'm exercising when I can, when the days that I'm not fatigued. I'm taking vitamins. I'm taking care of myself, right? But if you're fat and you're just laying around not doing nothing about it and you're just like, I just want to be fat and I don't care. And maybe, shit, if you want to be fat and you just don't care, that's your lane, that's fine. I'm not, you do whatever you want to do. But I just feel like I need to just be honest with myself and say, listen, I'm fat. It is what it is. I'm trying to work on myself. At one point, I was 350 something pounds, which was my highest weight my entire life. And now I'm down to 312, which that's progress. And I'll take it. And I'll continue to drop the weight and get healthier. And I'm happy about that. So I just wanted to share with you guys that, I guess, message that if you're working through things and you're doing the best, you genuinely are doing the best that you can, you've made progress, don't go, oh, well, I'm still over 300 pounds and I'm still this, I'm still that. No, I'm going to enjoy the progress that I made. If going through all of that took me to the place where I am today and moves me forward in making serious lifestyle changes, then I'm cool with that. So that's all I want to say about that. But, you know, I talk too much. Shifting gears a little bit about Purim, because Purim is coming up. Destruction of Nicanor or Nicanor. I always say it wrong. I always say Nicanor, but I'm pretty sure it's Nicanor. So we do celebrate destruction of Nicanor and Purim. I know a lot of Israelites don't celebrate it. And I often get this question if I'm a member of IUIC. I am not. I'm not a member of IUIC. I do find that IUIC and my family, my head, my husband, we share a lot of the same values, but we're not a member of IUIC. We follow the lunar calendar. They happen to follow the lunar calendar. This is not, what I'm about to say is not no shade, but we were following the lunar calendar before they switched over to using lunar calendar, because IUIC wasn't always subscribing to following the lunar calendar for the feast days. So we've been doing that since we came into the truth, following the lunar calendar. So this is nothing new for us, but we do observe the same feast days that they do. And I know a lot of people only observe certain feast days, but we do the same. But I'm not a member of IUIC, but Purim is coming up. And I wanted to ask you guys, because we just celebrated Hanukkah a few months ago. And I know a lot of people, they do gifts for Hanukkah, and I'm not opposed to doing gifts on Hanukkah. If you do have gifts on Hanukkah, that's fine. Like, I don't feel no type of way about it. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. If you want to do gifts for Hanukkah, do gifts for Hanukkah. But I personally, this is just my take on it. I personally don't do gifts for Hanukkah. Stay with me. I'm getting to the point. I personally don't do gifts for Hanukkah because I just feel like because Christmas is so close to Hanukkah, Christmas kind of destroys the gift-giving spirit of Hanukkah. I don't know if our people ever gave gifts during Hanukkah. I don't remember seeing that in the Apocrypha, but it just, for whatever reason, doesn't feel comfortable for me to do gifts on Hanukkah, just because it's that time of the year where it's all the crap from Christmas and the this and the that. And it just doesn't, sometimes I just don't want to I feel like if I'm giving gifts for Hanukkah, even though Hanukkah is a feast day and I'm not celebrating Christmas, that whole hustle bustle holiday season type situation, it just makes the experience of gift giving during that time of the year not authentic for me. I don't know how to explain it. Comment down below if you understand what I'm trying to say. Back to Purim. So we're gonna celebrate Purim here this month, February, at the end of February. So there is a particular scripture that talks about giving gifts during Purim, so I'm comfortable with that. So I'm going to be doing gifts for Purim. And I just wanted to, I guess, get you guys' take on it. Like, how do you feel about gifts during the Hanukkah season? And then, do you guys celebrate Purim? And if so, do you do gifts during Purim? Just curious, just wanted to know. But I'm going to be, my husband likes to buy like one of those big calendars you can write on. And he wants us to do the new moons, because if I'm being honest, because it just is what it is, we forget a lot of times to celebrate the new moon. Like, you're supposed to celebrate the new moon and we forget. So in an effort to not do that, I'm going to go through the calendar, calculate the new moons, calculate the feast days, and pencil them in on the calendar so we don't forget. We're pretty good about the feast days, but we always forget quite often about the new moon. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to share that with you guys later. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back to work. Pray for me. And I will see you guys later.
Dear Lord, Lord, reveal to me my enemies. Everybody ain't who they pretend to be. Love can't be love when it's fake. So how much can a brother really take? I'm saying, dear Lord, nigga spirits trying to get to me. Been up in these shoes, you know my history. I done seen the good, bad, and ugly. I just wanna know you love me. I'm saying, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord.
Hey guys, so I wanted to share with you the calendar that I did. It's nothing fancy. I just did the new moons and the feast days of this year. So I'll kind of show you guys, and you know, just wanted to share. So as you guys can see, I did the new moon, which is the 5th of this month, and then destruction of Nicanor is the 18th, and then Purim is the 19th and the 20th, and so on. Passover, feast of unleavened bread, and then the new moon right there. So I pretty much did the new moons for every month, and there's obviously no feast days in April, and I just continued. So new moon in June. I'm having my husband calculate the Feast of Pentecost / Feast of First Fruits, because I always have trouble with that one. But yeah, so another new moon, another new moon. There's a double new moon in August, so there's the 1st and then the 31st, and then we have Memorial of Blowing of Trumpets. What am I trying to say? Day of Atonement. And then Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days. New moon. Then we got the new moon in October, which is, y'all know, it's not really October, but new moon in November. And then we have Feast of Dedication / Hanukkah and the new moon. So once my husband calculates Feast of First Fruits, I'll go ahead and put that one there, and then we are done. So I want to share that with you guys. It's just an easy way to remember to, you know, always observe the new moon, the feast days and stuff like that. You have it on the calendar. You're always going to look at the calendar, so it's just an easy way for you to remember and just, oh, there it is. I gotta, you know, celebrate this day. So I hope that was helpful to you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload new content. And as always, guys, I so appreciate you, and I will see you guys in my next video.
There's something really special happening in our midst. The Israelites are coming back and now we're getting fixed. Stand as a man, cause a man keep the laws. Remember who you are so the Lord can hear you call. Oppression maketh the wise man mad, right? A telltale sign that we need some act right. We lost cause we done took off our own guard and traded in our royalties for a gift card.